Good morning, Crew Navigators. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I don't need my seatbelt. I'm doing Confessions of an Entrepreneur with Janae Nicole, which I'm super excited about. So I'm gonna type it in on the go again, so bear with me. And I will wait for her to tap in so we can connect. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Get my headphones together. 11 o'clock came around so fast today. Let's see. Hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday. I woke up early today to get some resumes edited and sent out before. Okay, let me know if you can hear me okay. LE. Somebody pin this for me. Janae, I see you. Girl, I'm still kind of new, so if you can send me a request, I would appreciate you greatly. So yes. Yay. Let's see. Yay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I am alive and well.
Yeah.
On the go. So you're catching me in the car, which is, it is what it is. I'm super excited to talk with you because I know your journey a little firsthand. So I really cannot wait for people to hear what you've done, how you've done it, and all the amazing shit you have going on.
Yeah. It has been 2020 has been like a roller coaster, of course, for everyone, but it's been a very enlightening time.
Right. Right.
And a huge and major transition, all for the better.
Oh, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. So tell everybody who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Okay. I'm Janae Nicole, and I do a lot.
I know.
So, a lot let's start from the beginning, like as far as, I'm a photographer, videographer. I've been doing that for over 10 years. And then also I am a content creator for Naturally Herbs as well, which is a herbal shop in Richmond, California. And lastly, as you can see, all my crystals, I am it's so funny, they call me the crystal queen at the lake. But I wrap crystal jewelry for the mind, body, and spirit as well.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And I have one of your beautiful pieces that I should have brought with me, so shame on me. I'll make sure to share it later. But let people know how your journey started from photography up until, I want to say, the last couple of months, that transition and what it looked like for you.
Yeah, so I've always been a creator. I've worked with a lot of people. I have published work when it comes to my photography and videography. I went to school for it, photojournalism. And I've always known I love to create things. And it's always been my passion. And I would say the core of me becoming a full-time entrepreneur definitely had to do with the crystal jewelry. So I've always loved crystals, but as opposed to like creating it as a business, I didn't really foresee that until March of 2019 when I started the business for crystals. And prior to that, 2 years ago, I took a class, and this class was just like, I was like, oh, this seems pretty cool. It was called Wrap and Roll by, shout out to Queen of Cultivation, where you wrap some crystals and you roll some weed. And, Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I was like, this will be a really, so I took a friend that loves weed, and we ended up wrapping crystals, and it was very, very, very meditative for me.
Mm-hmm.
I I used to battle a lot with anxiety, and that kind of like brought me into a place where anytime I rap, it was really very therapeutic for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I ended up just creating a lot. And I still didn't see it as a business. I kept grabbing, I have tons of crystals. So I would just grab crystals and make it be like, oh, I need this into a necklace. I need this into a bracelet or ring. But everywhere I'll go, people be like, oh, who did this for you? Do they have a website? Do they have a page? Do they have Etsy? And I'm like, oh, I made it for myself. Not thinking like, maybe I should just start creating. So I
Mm-hmm.
got so many, like, people will message me, call me, or I'll see people just anywhere and be like, oh, where did you get this from? So I started to then cultivate that into like, okay, this needs to become a business, because this is not just for me, this should also be for everyone else as well. And I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge advocate when it comes to self-healing, like when it comes to the mind, body, and spirit. So anything that has to do with healing and taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your mental, taking care of your spirit, that's always been a huge thing. So it came hand in hand with everything. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, can you talk about some of the struggles that you've hit doing being a full-time entrepreneur? What are
um I would say um not necessarily, well, full-time entrepreneur is a struggle, but I would say what was the most struggle for me is trying to balance both. I was also I worked full-time in property management, and also trying to balance the entrepreneur side too.
yeah,
And it just kept conflicting. And God was definitely speaking with me and was telling me like, you gotta pick one. Like,
yeah,
and it in the property management, although I loved it, it was just very, it was a lot of, we had these conversations before. So
we did.
it was very stressful, and
Mm-hmm.
it really messed with my health. My blood pressure was high. I was 40 pounds heavier earlier this year. Like, it was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff that was really took a huge toll on my mind, my body, and my spirit. And it was something like, okay, it was more of like, okay, this is a time to transition and do what you love to do. And I took a leap of faith. I did it smart. So it took time for me to be a full-time entrepreneur. It took me over 10 years to really be a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Um, and it's definitely bumps in a road. So it's not like, it's not easy at all, but um, I changed a lot. And the way that I changed a lot is I surrounded myself around positive people and good people. Also people that I am inspired by. So
Mm-hmm.
people that I look up to, I made sure that they were around me, other entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
and kind of went that way. And it's been smooth sailing ever since. But still, there's like trial and error. But I'm not giving up on something that I'm really, truly passionate about and that I love. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that makes me so happy. You have no idea. It really does. It makes me super happy. So what are some things that you had to do in order to spark your entrepreneurial journey? Because I see you out at the lake. Like, what type of plan did you establish to say, you
So
know what, this is my visibility and this is how I'm going to get there?
I plan a lot. So, and something I'm learning as well is time management. That's a
Can you teach
big,
me? Can you teach me?
I'm actually still learning. I literally had a long conversation with one of the business owners of Naturally Herbs, and was just letting him know like time management is something that, I still struggle with. Like, and he kind of helped me with that. And I used to be a yes girl, like saying yes about everything, and like, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. But I had to learn how to say no.
Hmm.
And that helped me a lot with my time management, because not everyone deserves your energy. So learning how to say no helped me with aligning what needs to be done. And although I set my alarm like crazy on my phone, I also write everything out. So writing everything out has really helped me with time management. Also, I'm a big advocate, you know, my events when it comes to vision board parties, like I'm a
Yes.
big advocate when it comes to writing that down and watch that shit go, like manifest it. So not only do I set my alarms, I also write this out. And then I also put like I have a huge board in my room where I literally just put like, okay, these are the places that I'm going to travel to. This is what I need to do. This is what I'm going to do. Like, it's like past, present, future. And I kind of go by that. And sometimes I'm adding to that board. Sometimes I'm subtracting to that board. And that's okay. Some things is not going to work out the way you want it to work out, but don't give up. It's a lot of self-discipline and a lot of consistency and hard work. Sometimes there's no sleep. But again, the mind, body, and spirit, so body is your health. You want to make sure that you are taking the ultimate care for yourself. Because if you don't take your care, it's like those three go hand in hand, mind, body, and spirit. And that's what I've learned too. Right. So you can't do one without the other. Like, you got to make sure your mental is good. You got to make sure your health is good. Your body is in a good place. And then you also, you know, on your spiritual side, you got to make sure that's aligned too. So once those three are aligned, then things start to fall into place the way they're supposed to. And things will pop up and be like, and then I'll be like, look at God. Okay.
Right. Right.
You know,
quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of things do you do to get your mind in line? Like, I know career affirmations are really big for me. Like, I have to write down my affirmations every day, or I go crazy and then I'm venting and spewing at my boyfriend and he's like, yo.
Yeah.
So how do you keep your mind going and fresh and motivated?
I start off every morning with meditation. I also have a singing bowl as well. So sometimes I do a little bit of sound therapy. But my meditation is only like 15 minutes. I don't get out of bed until I meditate. It really changes the aspect of everything. And it's only like about 10, 15 minutes. So meditation is, I push that hard when it comes to meditation. It really helps me be aligned and helps me to like really focus and not be frustrated on things. And if things don't work out, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and people are like, what? Like, why is she happy? Because it's like I'm in a place where I'm good. Like, I feel good. And I do a lot of prayer as well. So I have my, I just pray. And I actually, it's so funny. I've been an advocate of like places I travel, I connect with people and my phone will go off and I'm like, oh, y'all, just give me 1 second. I either step away or I even do it there and I pray for like 10 minutes. And it really tells me to pray. Like, I really have alarms to pray. And that really helps me be more aligned with everything too.
Oh, I love that. I might steal that from you starting
Please
next
do.
week.
I ran into, when I traveled to New Orleans, I was just out there this year, but last year when I traveled to New Orleans, I met a friend from Australia. And she sets her alarms all the time. Now she says all her friends in Australia is starting to set alarms to remind themselves to pray. And it's 2 alarms. One I just randomly picked 2 times, which is 7:30 and 8:30. 7:30 I pray for my current situation, and then 8:30 I speak into existence my future. So I'm like, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you for my house. Thank you for, you know, because you have to speak those into existence in order to manifest and come to light. And I sage. I use Palo Santo. I use white sage. I use a lot of different, just to cleanse and to have my space clean, and the energy is great, and it's very, very helpful. Very, very helpful.
Oh, I love it. So share some things that you wish you would have known prior to becoming an entrepreneur. I know you've done it for so long, but what would have helped your journey along?
I would say the consistency, being consistent, and not even that, because I was kind of consistent. Well, no, because sometimes I'll stop and be like, oh, I'll jump into certain things and be like, oh, well, this and this and this. And then next thing I know, I got a whole pile of things. So it's just more of like that time management part that I was talking about, like aligning that part, and also creating a schedule, like
Okay.
getting yourself, yeah. So, yeah. I know there's more, but I'm really trying to
No,
think.
that's
That was a good
perfect.
question.
That's perfect. You don't have to think that much on it. You gave me your best answer, and that's all I need.
Yeah,
So you mentioned about talking to somebody about your venture and things like that. How important is it to you to have a mentor, an accountability partner, anything in those realms, or coach yourself?
yeah. It's very, very important. And the reason why is because it's again surrounding yourself around like-minded individuals. So if you're surrounding yourself around people that are not inspiring, that you don't look up to, then although your business is like aligning, these are going to fall apart because you're
Mm-hmm.
not in the space where people are kind of connected. So it's all about energies. So like if someone's negative energy all the time and you're a positive person, you're a positive being, and you're giving out positive energy, that negative energy is still going to drain you regardless. So
Right.
it's just always being around the right people, the right mentors. I have some incredible mentors that have really
That's
inspired
awesome.
me to be great, and really helps me to put myself on a caliber higher than, like, sometimes I'll say something and they'd be like, oh, no, 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 like you're this, and that's
Yeah.
important to have. And I do find myself as I am a healer. So as a
Mm-hmm.
healer, I do come across a lot of people that of course need healing. And that's okay. It's okay to help that person. It's okay to not even, I hate to use the word help, but assist them. I like
Mm-hmm.
to assist them and give them the right tools they need in order for them to succeed. But you have to protect your energy and not be drained by that as well. So I have my people that I stick with, and I connect with, and then I have people, I call them my tribe. I have my tribe that I work with as well, and
Mm-hmm.
do that. So it's also learning boundaries, and
Yes. Oh my gosh.
boundaries are very, very important. And it's again, you don't want to, like, there's been times where I've been drained and I'm like, oh, let me find out why I'm being drained, why this is
Mm-hmm.
happening, and let me change it. And I'll write it down. Sometimes it's even foods, because I did a huge transition on my health as well when it comes to connected with naturally herbs. I'm now officially, I call it, I'm a ghetto struggling alkaline vegan right now. um,
Okay.
but it has helped me so much with not just the whole huge weight loss, but
Mm-hmm.
my mind is so much clearer. I have so much more energy. um, I'm able to focus. There's
Mm-hmm.
just, it's so much more to that is so helpful, and it's definitely has changed my life. It really has.
That
So
is so awesome. So, do you offer coaching for other entrepreneurs who are looking into your same industry or field?
yes, yes, I
Okay,
definitely
I want to
offer.
make sure I throw that out there because you have a unique specialty. So people should definitely be. People are already drawn to you. Like your energy is outstanding. Like
Thank
every
you.
time I talk to you, it's so refreshing. So I want to make sure people know that you offer coaching and all of that good stuff because that's important. And not everybody is going to
Yes,
have the same energy. So make sure you guys tap
that's
in with
true.
her, please. So,
That's true.
if you had to drop any gems in regards to taking that leap of faith from your 9 to 5, because you and I knew what your 9 to 5 was and all that, what was the deciding factor to take that jump?
Um, I'm
Like,
not
how
gonna
did you
get emotional.
feel?
I'm
That's
not gonna get
okay.
emotional.
It's okay. If you did, that means I'm doing my job. Shit.
Right? I wouldn't have. I've gained, like, I've had confidence, but I gained a lot more confidence through your coaching, and I
Oh,
really
okay.
appreciate you
Mm-hmm.
for that, because you reminded me of my worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with the company I've been in property management for 8 years, but with this company for 3 years, there was a lot of discrimination. There was a lot of things that were just wrong. And you reminded me, like, okay, this is, you know, so it was just more like, just even with the battle of me being, me having my worth and like going back and forth with them. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, I've always known that entrepreneurship was for me. I've always known that that was something that I wanted to gear, you know, do. But I put myself in a position where I was like, okay, something's got to give. And this does not make you happy anymore. You need to do what makes you happy. And that's exactly what happened. I was just like, my health was deteriorating. My mental space was not clear. And I really need to get my shit together. So I did. And even that exit letter.
Yeah. The exit letter was everything.
Man, my 2 weeks notice was everything. And I'm just speechless. Like, I just knew and I prepared myself for it too. So I tell people, anybody that's juggling with the 9-to-5 in entrepreneurship, prepare yourself. Make sure you have everything lined up. Make sure you are prepared to take that leap of faith. Make sure that all your paperwork is good. You know, make sure you are prepared to do it. Don't just be like, oh, I hate this job, I'm about to give me no, it's not. It's not that easy. You really have to dedicate your whole life to this. And it's long hours of the night, but it's my own schedule. And that's what I love about it. I love the fact that I'm able to get up in the morning, meditate, do my workout, my exercise, connect with everyone. It's like I'm my own boss. Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful
You run your own show.
And I push, not even push, but I encourage everyone to work for themselves. I encourage everyone to work for themselves. And if you want to know how, you know, I'm willing to, you know, we could do some service.
Please do. Let's connect and collaborate, because your journey really inspired me, because it takes a lot to jump ship. It takes a lot to say, you know what, this is something I'm so good at that it's effortless, but let me go ahead and focus on it and let it be my sole income. That takes faith in itself. And then, like you said, being prepared. If you're not ready to leave at this moment, write your exit letter though. Have your exit letter on your desktop. Have your exit letter. Yes. Have it on your vision board. So you know, like, okay, I may not be ready to go right now, but shit, in the next 2, 3, maybe 6 months, I'm getting the hell up out of here. So, and in your exit letter, I just want to touch on this. Make sure you say what you feel.
That part, because I remember we were going back and forth, and I was like, you know, that's kind of harsh. You know, I'm a nice person, but then at the end of the day, if they treated you that way,
right? And it's about accountability.
Accountability. That's the word. Accountability. Make sure they know what you deserve.
Right. So you write that letter, and if you're angry, you go to wordhippo.com, damn it, and you find the right professional words to express your anger. It's all about holding people accountable and encouraging growth. If I don't tell you what you did wrong to me, you can't fix it, and you won't get better. So if y'all need help with that, make sure you tap in, because we both know how to do an exit letter now. Oh my gosh. So as we get closer to wrapping up, is there any piece of information you want to share with entrepreneurs who are looking to take the jump, who are looking to invest in themselves more and build confidence in this journey? What would you say?
Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you no. There's going to be a lot of no's. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, it's going to be a lot of negative people. There's going to be a lot of people that are like, why would you do that? Or why tunnel vision. You know what you want to do, go for it. If that's your passion, if you know your God-given talent, that's what you need to be doing. You need to create a plan, write it all down, manifest that. Speaking of manifestations and writing stuff down, you know I have my vision board. So it'll be my fourth
Yes.
annual.
Yes.
It will be on my website for events, my fourth annual vision
Okay,
board
cool.
party. So, you know, write that down. You can even cut from a magazine, place it on a board. Whatever you want to do it. You can do it. There's going to be people, there's going to be doubters, there's going to be just negative energy, just tunnel vision. That's really what I can say. Tunnel vision, surround yourself around the right people, learn how to say no, time management, and then also self-care is the best care. So your mind, your body, your spirit is the most important things. And you have to make sure your mental, your physical, and your spiritual is aligned perfectly. And or not even perfectly, because, you know, sometimes I get my chakras be unaligned. I'll be getting bumped left and right. But make sure that you are, you align those. Like you literally, if anything that happens, you know, you go and you do your rituals. You make sure that you are in a best place, in a good place. And that will definitely help. Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope that helps. I hope someone, you know.
It will. It will. And for those who are ready to be coached by you, who are ready to just talk to you all the way around, let us know where we can find you. And I will also put all of your information when I do the description of this video.
Okay.
But I also want to say you guys really need to get to her vision board parties. There's so much positive energy at these parties. I have all of my boards from your vision board parties because I like to see the progression. I like to see how far I've come just to putting things on paper. So make sure you guys tap in with her vision board parties. They are bomb.
Oh, thank you. And it's crazy because now it's going to be a bit different from last time. So the last 2 years, it was always a taco bar and a margarita, bottomless margaritas. But now we're on a health kick. So everything will be alkaline, vegan friendly. So we're going to be eating good. We're going to be putting good foods in our bodies, which is very, very important. You know, you got to take care of that body, that health, that, you know, got to make sure that is aligned. But yeah, to find me, website, www.janaenicole.com. It's actually under maintenance, which is so funny because today is 11/11 and at 11:11 p.m. it will be open. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can follow me on my IG, which is Janae Nicole, JANAENIKOLE. For any crystal jewelry, if you want customized necklaces, rings, bracelets, or even just some loose pieces of crystals, check out Shop Janae Nicole, ShopJanaeNikole. And then lastly, photography. If you're interested in any kind of marketing, photography, videography, you could go ahead and follow me on Shot by Janae Nicole.
I will be following you on that one. I will be reaching out to you in that regard.
Yes,
I need that.
Yes.
Your energy has been so amazing. Absolutely. I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure.
I was so nervous. You know, I take photos and stuff and everything, so I was just like, hey, you write some notes. let me prepare myself. And you know I'm goofy too, Jessica.
Right. And you did great though. Like this is the vibe that we needed today. We needed your energy and we appreciate you. I love your work. I love what you're doing. And I love how you got here. And I can't wait to see where you go from here.
Yeah. Same for you.
Thank you.
You are amazing as well. And just like I said, this year has been life-changing for me and you were a part of that. So I appreciate you.
I'm so happy. Yeah. Of course. So I will type everything into the description when I post it. I'm going to hurry up and post the video so they don't delete it. And then if you guys have any questions, make sure you connect with Janae and follow her and all of that good stuff. All right. As always,
love, happiness, love y'all.
Of course. Be diligent, stay resilient, and keep applying. Thanks. Bye, guys.